welcome to Artfully Orange, where we chat with arts and cultural professionals from across Orange County. I'm Vicki Landon, and I am here today with Thali Sugisawa, who is the Director of Cultural Tourism for United Arts of Central Florida. Hi, Thali.
Hi, thanks for
Well, I
having
am
me.
good. I am so glad that you're here with us today. Tell us a little bit about you and your role at United Arts and like how you came to have it. What a cool job.
Yes. So, like you said, I am the director of cultural tourism, and this came to be because I was on a sabbatical last year and kind of really trying to decide what I wanted to do next in my career, especially after wearing so many hats. Hello, nonprofit leaders. And Jennifer Evans shared this opportunity with me, and just right there, I knew because it was something brand new. It was developing programs, it was developing new partnerships, and this is really way up my alley. So I applied, and I've been on this job for 6 months, and it's been amazing. Really, my goal is very simple. It sounds very simple. It is connecting, it is being a bridge between the arts industry and the tourism industry. So, really, like filling that gap between those two sectors.
That's fantastic. So I imagine that you were picked for this role because you bring some unique skill sets or personality traits to the table. So, what traits of yours help you in this job?
I would say that I'm a very passionate person. So when I believe in something that I'm doing, I am 200% in. So I also am a communicator, maybe a fancy word for chatty. But I do love making those meaningful and intentional connections. I think that I win when everyone win, and this has been key for all the last jobs that I had. Like 22, I was counting. I've been working for 22 years now, and all of my jobs, from corporate to government to nonprofit, being this kind of connector and finding opportunities for collaboration and innovation has been really the key in all of those jobs.
Did you participate in the arts growing up?
Not really. I didn't have a lot of opportunities growing up in Brazil in the 80s and 90s. I did not have a lot of opportunities, but also, I would say there was also not representation, right? How many people do we see? How many Asian people do we see globally in the arts? And not only, in the arts, performing arts. Of course, we do see a lot of Asian people in classical music. I'm not talking about piano or violin, but even on the business side of the arts, now we do see a lot of representation, and I'm so happy to be part of this change. But back in the day, that was just culturally, honestly, was just not an option for me.
Yeah, so it sounds like you didn't grow up imagining you would have a career in the arts. It's just sort of something that happened along the way.
That's right. That's right. My first experience was in corporate, and then my first experience with the arts was when I married my husband, who's a full-time musician. That's when I experienced secondhand, maybe, how it is the life of an artist. And now we have a daughter who's 13, and she's full on her theater season. So that's how I've been experiencing the arts, but it has never been something that I imagined myself involved. Especially starting my career in corporate, and if I told myself, if I went back in time 10 years and told myself you'll be working in the arts, I would laugh. I'd be like, are you crazy? That's such an impossible industry for someone like you. But, surprise, surprise, here I am. And I am thriving in this sector because, again, I do love seeing that the impact that the arts have in our community and in people and in kids and in older people and people with disabilities. I understand that, and I just love that I get to be part of it, even on the business side of things.
Even on the business. But I think about in just one generation's time, you mentioned growing up in Brazil and not seeing yourself represented, not having an arts career even on the horizon for you. And
Mhm.
not only has that become your career, but your husband is his career, and your daughter is now pursuing that career. So there's something captivating about arts and culture for your family, even if it's not one that you were raised with, right?
Definitely. And my sister is married ish to a painter. And we we joke all the time. It's like, look, it's definitely our father's dream for both their daughters to be married to full-time artists. And we laugh about it because our father is Japanese. So, it was definitely not his dream, but I'm sure he's enjoying it.
Now, have you dabbled in more arts and culture in your own hobbies in your spare time because of this?
Definitely. I always loved writing, and I'm still working in my brain that is an art form. That what I do in my writing when I'm sharing my personal stories, um, that's an art form. So I'm still, trying to understand and embody that part because in my life when they meet my family and then they ask me, so, and do you sing, do you play an instrument, and my answer would always be, yeah, I play Excel spreadsheets. That's what I do. And
You
now,
have performed. You have
right?
performed here locally and recently.
That's true. That's true. I'm still so shy to talk about that. But yeah, I think little by little, I've been learning to say, yes, I'm a writer. And yes, I've performed a few shows, which is so crazy to me. But yeah, I never imagined. But it has really taken up a lot of my life. When I'm not working for the arts in my 9 to 5 job, I am driving my daughter to theater, or I am listening to my husband's new song, or looking at a new music video that he's putting together. So, yeah, I can't escape.
And sometimes those music videos star you, right?
Yes, everything is very homemade, we're very scrappy. As individual artists or as, small nonprofit organizations, I've learned that we're scrappy. We make things happen out of thin air. And, it's awesome.
Well, I'd love that to be a lesson to everybody that's watching, that you can be raised be thinking that arts and culture isn't going to be a part of your life, and you too can still marry a musician, raise a performing artist, have a career in the arts, and end up the muse of a music video from time to time. So, Kelly, thank you so much for sharing of yourself and of your time with us today. It's really been a joy speaking with you.
I loved it. Thank you so much, Vicky.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining us here on Artfully Orange, and we'll see you all next time.